What's up, everybody? This is the Osireion, a massive ancient Egyptian structure said to date back to around 1300 BC, located 40 feet beneath the temple of Seti I and dedicated to the god Osiris, whose head, according to legend, is hidden below the main hall. But, of course, Egyptologists claim this legend is nothing more than a myth, and the Osireion is nothing more than a cenotaph. So, who's right? Well, that's the intriguing part, because no one really knows, since everything below the foundation is submerged beneath a shit ton of water, and until Egyptologists brave those waters, speculation is the best we can do. Which is awesome, because it's fun as shit. It's true. You know it's true. So let's fucking do that. The story of the Osireion dates back to the 13th century BC and the reign of King Seti I, who, according to legend, had a dream during the construction of his temple in which he encountered the god Osiris, who instructed the king to dig behind his temple. There he would find something of great significance. So of course, King Seti listens, digs 40 feet below his temple, and there he finds, again according to legend, the actual head of the god Osiris, which is depicted on the walls of King Seti's temple right here. Now, the dream, the existence of the Osireion, and its contents was always believed to be a myth by Egyptologists. But that all changed at the turn of the century when archaeologists who were digging behind the temple discovered a massive stone structure 40 feet below the temple foundations that was clearly not connected to the temple of Seti, displaying old world architecture, massive granite, limestone, and sandstone blocks, some weighing upwards of 60 tons, placed perfectly in ways we still cannot explain, rather than new world architecture, which, well, shit. We still can't explain that one either. Now, other than the obvious, how in the absolute did they cut, transport, maneuver, and raise 60-ton stone blocks? Here's where shit gets confusing, at least for me, because you discover the thing you thought was a myth in the exact spot that myth said it would be. Yet, rather than acknowledge the possibility there might actually be a basis of truth to the myth and explore it further, check it out, maybe see if there's a head of a f***ing god down there, you don't. And, well, I'm pretty curious as to why they did that, because a lot of people, even some Egyptologists, believe the Osireion actually dates back to the building of the pyramids, or possibly even to the time of Zep-Tepe, the first time when gods lived among humans ruling as their kings, and Osiris was the first king of Egypt, which, look, I get it, sounds completely shitballs crazy, but it also kind of doesn't, because the story of gods, deities, angels, fuck it, call them aliens if you want, coming down from the heavens to live among humans is a common one, and when it comes to Osiris, his story involves being chopped up into a bunch of fucking pieces and scattered throughout the land of Egypt, so the notion of his head being buried somewhere really isn't that crazy. Relatively speaking. That being said, I've never seen a head that looks like this, and another translation for the hieroglyphs is the Tower of Osiris rather than the head. Either way, it's fucking trippy, because it looks eerily similar to a Tesla coil. All of that being said, this is old world architecture. King Seti himself said he found it, he didn't build it, and at the end of the day, a structure that was considered to be a myth turned out to be real. So, maybe the rest is too. But hey, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. What do you think?